Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are not going to discuss anything related to food or recipes, but I would be discussing about the recent repatriation flight Vande Bharat that I had taken from US to India. Well, my point of origin was Dallas, Texas, and my final destination was Hyderabad, Telangana. So if you're interested, if you really want to know a lot more in detail, especially if you're coming with a child, what are the do's and what are the don'ts, please watch till the end, and you can share this video with your friends and family who are looking out for more options, because a lot of things that I did not find in the discussion forums as far as traveling with a kid with OCI is concerned, and how to entertain them, what are the food you need to carry if at all, or any other things that you need to carry to be cautious. So I shall be discussing that in detail in various parts. So I will be also putting it up as to from what time to what time do I have a discussion about the aircraft, or if you have a hotel stay, what are the do's and don'ts, and if you are flying directly from Chicago or any of the point wherein you have the direct flight, then you can directly skip the first part wherein you'll have to stay at the hotel. So the different parts that I've divided it in, and I shall be putting up the details of the timings in the description below, so that you can have a look at what particular segment would you fall into, or what is that you are interested to know about. So let's begin this journey of traveling all the way from Dallas to Hyderabad. Let's begin our first segment, wherein I'm going to discuss about my travel from home in Dallas to the airport, and then furthermore to the Chicago O'Hare International Airport. Well, we had our flight on the 17th of June, so we took our domestic flight from Dallas airport, and we did not prefer to take a cab from our home. We preferred a friend of ours, he had extended his support, and he said I'm going to drop you, and that was really nice of him, because we had a lot of luggage. We had 3 people traveling, 2 adults and 1 child, and we had 6 checked in baggages and 3 carry-ons with 2 laptop bags. So and amongst the checked in baggages we had a guitar as well, so it was really difficult to accommodate a lot of things, but thanks to our friend who had IC, so it was really easy for us to fit in all the luggage inside. The security and everything was so seamless. There were not many people at all. We took the United Airlines, and of course we had to pay the excess baggage because of the international travel that we had to take up in Chicago. The best part was those baskets in which you put in your your laptops or your mobile phones or any food items. They are being continuously sanitized. So that was the best thing about Dallas airport. Right itself, they had kept good amount of social distancing. So if you are with your family, if you are like 2 members, you will be getting the adjacent seats. But if you are 3 members, 2 of them will get the adjacent seat, and 1 of them will have an empty seat to his side. So that was really good. That way they are maintaining the social distancing. So after we landed in Chicago airport, we got our trolleys, we got our baggages, and we took 2 smart cards, and it was really helpful because we had a lot of luggage, as I had mentioned before, and it was really easy for us to take it to the hotel. Our hotel was at the Hilton, and it was just right across the street from Terminal 1 where we had got down. So it was really easy, and everything is being taken care of there. In fact, you can take the trolleys inside your hotel room, because I asked the receptionist, and he was okay with it. He said, see, you've paid for 24 hours, you can keep it in your hotel room if you have space. And that was a relief, because we had to take the morning shuttle the next day, so we didn't want to run from pillar to post getting the smart card and then loading the items, and then it would have been a hassle in the morning. Now let's go to the second segment of this discussion, wherein I'm going to discuss about the do's and don'ts of staying in a hotel. Well, yes, I paid a little premium price for the Hilton, but I was really convinced because it was really right across the street, and I didn't have to travel much. I didn't have to take any shuttles or any cabs for that matter. So it was really easy for me to travel from the airport to the hotel, and then from the hotel back to the airport and the terminal. So it was not problematic at all, because I was traveling with a kid, as I mentioned to you earlier, and it was not a hassle at all. So once we reached the hotel room in the evening, the first thing that we did was we sanitized everything that was in the hotel room, like starting from the desks and those handle and the hotel card and all of that, because we were carrying a lot of Clorox wipes and we were not carrying the bottle. What we did is we dismantled the Clorox wipes and we put about 15 of those wipes in each Ziploc bag, and we kept the Ziploc bags. We kept one Ziploc bag in each of the luggage that we were carrying. Some of them in the backpack, some of them in the carry-on luggage, some of them in the checked-in, and we were also carrying a bottle of Lysol sanitizer so that we could spray it inside the hotel room, and it was really handy. It was really helpful. We didn't carry that in the carry-on baggage. We carried it with us along with our checked-in baggage. Apart from the regular hygiene items, we also carried a bed sheet, some pillow covers and a blanket to be used in the hotel room, because we didn't want to use any of the stuff from the hotel. We also carried our own towels because we didn't want to use any of the things that belong to the hotel. Apart from this, I would suggest carry a lot of trash bags, because if you're staying in the hotel, you would need to throw away these things that you've used in the hotel room. So it is always good to carry extra amount of trash bags. A 13-gallon is enough, because you would be needing that in the flight as well. I would be discussing that in my next segment as to what are the do's and don'ts in the aircraft. If you're staying in the hotel, I would suggest carry home cooked food with you and carry a lot of water with you, because in the hotels the water is really expensive. So carry all that in your checked-in baggage, because that's what we did. We carried a lot of water bottles with us. We had about 10 to 15 500 ml water bottles from Costco, the Kirkland ones, and it was really helpful. They are really particular about the amount of luggage. Even 200 to 300 grams of extra luggage is going to charge you $100. So please make sure that your baggages have some amount of space left. You don't fill it to 23 kgs exact. Keep some buffer so that if at all there is any percentage of error, it can be adjusted. That's what we did. Almost all of our baggages, checked-in baggages, were close to 22 kgs, but not more than that. Now the Vande Bharat flight the next day was from Terminal 5, so it was really easy for us to get inside Terminal 1 again and take the shuttle. The shuttles are at very high frequency, so do not worry at all. But it's always advisable to reach by 6:30 so that you are not in the queue for a very long time. The queue is long. It is really, really long. In fact, we started from the hotel at 6 in the morning, and we got into the queue of Vande Bharat by 6:30, and it took us almost 45 minutes to 1 hour to reach the counter to check in our luggage. So it's a long process, but I would always suggest that reach as early as you can. There are people from the embassy who are going to help you out. They'll first take your temperature, and that's the first stage. You pass, okay? Then they'll give you a form, and you'll have to fill up your passport details and all the other details. If you have a person who has an OCI card or is a US citizen or carrying an OCI card, you'll have to write the details of the OCI and also the passport number. I'm repeating this, but they are very particular about the weight. So make sure that all the weight of the luggage, of the baggage, of each baggage is within the permissible limit. 23 kgs per bag. One person can carry 2 bags. The carry-on is 8 kgs including the laptop. So if you're carrying the laptop bag, please make sure there's nothing else except the laptop and the charger inside your bag. The baggage collection is not going to be in Delhi. You'll be only carrying your carry-on baggage with you. As far as the musical instrument guitar is concerned, they told us that yes, we can put it in, we have to put it in checked in, but then that will be at the gate. That will not be at the check-in counter. So that was really good, because they would be taking care of the fragile items right at the gate. So once they give you your boarding passes, you will also be given a kit, and the kit has some hand sanitizers which are in the form of small sachets. You will have a face mask, you will get a face shield, and you would also get a PPE suit if you are 3 people or if your seat is in the middle. Well, in security check-in, they are not sanitizing the baskets wherein we keep our laptops and mobile phones and other essential items. So I would suggest carry some clear poly bags with you, just like we get in Best Buy, so that you can put it inside. You can put your belongings inside that and get it scanned, and then throw that poly bag away. because that's how you will not have to sanitize the laptop and mobile phones over and over again. Now, getting to the gate is easy. If you're looking out for some options, some food and beverage options, yes, there are some options. There are some stores that are open. There's a Burger King, then there are a couple of other restaurants that are open. If you are a coffee or tea lover, yes, there's not a Starbucks, but then there is a coffee counter. Apart from that, there are some stores wherein you find chips, you find colas, you find water bottles. I prefer to buy something which is packaged like a stacks of Pringle or some chocolates and some cola. Waiting near the gate was tough, but yes, we made sure that we carried the laptop of our kid with us, and I had downloaded a couple of games. I had downloaded some movies and some series that she loves to watch. So I would also suggest to you guys who are coming with the kid, who are traveling with the kid, that please carry their iPads or their tablets or any other mobile phones, so that and you have some stuff downloaded so that they do not trouble you, they do not get bored. Well, finally the boarding began, and they started calling out the row numbers. They first called the first 10 rows and then the next 10 rows. The airport authorities are helping out. They are calling out the names of the rows. So people, you need to be really patient. They will call out your row number, so don't worry about it. They're going to take you along. The most chaotic thing happened when I started boarding the flight, because people are not following any social distancing norms. They are just rushing into it. So I have to keep on telling people that please maintain distance, or else if somebody is walking ahead of me, I was really waiting until they went and they sat down in the seat. On the seats there were a lot of food items that were packaged, and I sort of took a Clorox wipe and just wiped it from the outside. You can't do much about it, they just wiped it. And I shall be discussing about the food and entertainment in my next section, wherein I'll be talking about what are the food items that we got, what are the snacks that we got, so that you would get an idea as to, do you really need to carry anything with you at all as far as the food is concerned. Another thing that I really wanted to point about is if you should be carrying any amount of blankets or any warmer clothes inside the aircraft. You do not need that, because they have maintained the temperature pretty well, and you don't need any any blanket or any jacket. But yes, if there are elderly people and they might feel a little cold, then I would suggest, yes, they can just wear a jacket or maybe carry a shawl or something, because the temperature is actually maintained well and there's nothing much to worry about. Now let's come to this section wherein a lot of people have doubt about how much food to carry, how much water to carry, and if you're going with a kid, is there any kid-friendly food item that you would find there? Yes, you would. There is good amount of food, there's good amount of snack for one person, and if you're traveling with a kid, the kid would also enjoy, because there are muffins, there are cupcakes, there are shortbreads, and there are cookies, the yogurt, a lot of things. So I will be showing you what are the food items we got in this video itself, so that you get an idea about the amount of food and the amount of water that they're providing on the flight. Now let's talk about some sources of entertainment in the aircraft. There's absolutely nothing. So I would suggest, like I said in my previous segment, that please download some games, please download some movies or series in your Netflix or Prime, because the kids and you of course will be needing it. So I would suggest do that, so that your journey is a little less painful and you are not getting bored, because you really don't have any source of entertainment there in the aircraft. Let's head straight to the lunch or the dinner menu. Well, they had given some vanilla pudding. It was quite good, quite tasty. I liked it. There was some strawberry yogurt that they had given, and it was nice. They had given some water in a small cup, and that water did not smell that good. It had a plastic smell. They gave us some shortbread cookies. That was nice. They gave us the Nature Valley Oats Choco Chunk bar. That is very filling, I must tell you. They had given some butter, some wheat gram short cookies, and they had given some cheese. They provided us with a quite filling sub that was a 6-inch long one, and it had all the vegetables, mayo and cheese and a lot of things, and it was really filling. Let's head on to the snacks. Well, they had given a lot of snacks. Most of the snacks were Indian. In fact, all of the snacks were Indian. They had given us a small packet of cheese balls. Quite good. In fact, my daughter was a fan of those. She loved them. They had given us Nimbu Pani, small bottle of Nimbu Pani. It was really nice. It was very refreshing. They had given us a small packet of assorted nuts, even that was good. It had raisins, almonds, pistache, apricots. It was quite filling. They also gave us a small son papdi. I had a son papdi after a very long time. It was really nice to have a fresh son papdi packet there. They had given us some bars, but I really didn't like them. I didn't find them too fresh. Well, there were two flavors, one with chocolate, which had some almonds and raisins, and the other one was berry with yogurt. Well, I did not find them too fresh, so I did not have them. They also gave us a packet of salted chips. As far as the hygiene factor is concerned, yes, they are coming in every 5 to 6 hours, and the crew members are sanitizing the things in their PPE suits clad from top to bottom. But I would always suggest carry your sanitizer, carry your extra pair of gloves, and your Lysol spray or any of the disinfectant spray that you might have, a pocket friendly one, whenever you get inside the restroom, because again, you have to be really sure about it, because restrooms are breeding grounds of viruses. And finally, we reached Delhi. Well, I can't say it was really easy, but then our sources of entertainment actually, helped us, and we had a good sleep in the flight as well. So it was not that tough. Yeah, it was not that tough. But yes, getting down in Delhi and then getting the things scanned again was a little tedious, because again in the queue people did not maintain much of distancing, but then there are some sensible people who are doing it. So we had to again scan our stuff. By stuffs I mean the ones that we were carrying with us in the carry-on baggage, and that was our suitcase and our laptop bag. Well, we had to again take the laptops and mobile phones and belts, but no shoes out, and we kept it back again in the clear polythene that I was talking to you about earlier. And we got ourselves scanned and everything, and we came out and we were waiting at the lounge. There were not many stores that were open in the T3 terminal in Delhi, so again you have to rely on the Wi-Fi. You will get Wi-Fi everywhere, including Dallas, Chicago, Delhi and Hyderabad, so don't worry about it. You will have your source of entertainment or any mode of communication that you want to do with your family. Yes, the Wi-Fi video calls will not work, but the Wi-Fi audio calls will work in the Delhi airport. If you are asking me about if there's any food or beverages that is available in Delhi, yes, there are a lot of kiosks wherein you would get water or any colas or any food items, any chips or snacks, so not to worry about that. Yes, you would be getting down in Delhi airport and taking a different flight to Hyderabad, because there are other passengers who would be joining you from Delhi airport to Hyderabad in the same flight. Well, if you want, you can throw your PPE suits and your face mask and face shields and gloves, definitely yes, because in Delhi airport they're going to provide you another set if you have thrown it away. Well, in the domestic flight from Delhi to Hyderabad, yes, they are providing food. They're providing sandwiches, yogurt, there are cupcakes, there's some cookies and a fruit juice. I really don't know if I have mentioned this earlier, but please hydrate yourself, because the main drill is going to begin once you reach the Hyderabad airport, because that is where they're going to start measuring your temperature, and you'll have tons of forms to fill in. Once you get on from the flight, you're going to get a form, and you'll have to fill 3 copies of that form, and then you'll be approaching towards the first point of contact with the officer who would be taking in your temperature for the thermal screening. Well, since we had a kid who was below 10 years of age, we did not have to hotel quarantine, but if you are traveling alone, or if you're if you do not fall into the bracket wherein you will be home quarantined, then you'll have to check box one of those options available at that point of time in terms of the hotel prices. Then one thing that I wanted to enlighten here is there is social distancing in terms of the seats that they have assigned in the airports. You cannot sit on the adjacent seat. The adjacent seat is sealed, so automatically there is a social distancing that has been maintained there, both in Delhi and Hyderabad airport. Well, after you are done with your thermal screening, there'll be an officer who is going to ask you about your reason for home quarantine, and you can say if you have a child below 10 years of age, or if you are a senior citizen, you would be automatically asked to home quarantine if you want to, or if you want a hotel quarantine, that's up to you. Well, now you're almost at the exit, because this is the second but last point of contact wherein you will be meeting the immigration officers, and they're going to take your passports away. But yes, they are giving you back the OCI card. In our case, they did. So you will be getting your passports after 14 days. You'll have to go and collect it. And finally, the last point wherein you will get that stamp on your hand mentioning about your quarantine. They are asking you to quarantine for 14 days at home if you're with a child who's less than 10 years, or if you're a senior citizen. If you're in hotel quarantine or institutional quarantine, it is for 7 days, and then after 7 days you can move to home quarantine. Well, after you come out of the airport, there is another point wherein there are police officers standing, and they'll check your documents if you are in the home quarantine or hotel quarantine. They'll check the documents and they'll just let you go. If you have your relatives or anybody who has come to pick you up, just go home because now you're safe and you're just going home. But make sure that you stay at home and the family members with whom you're staying for 14 days of quarantine, because everybody in the house will have to follow that. And yes, my quarantine is almost going to get over, but I would not step out of the house even after that, because the number of cases in Hyderabad and India per se are increasing. So I would restrict myself from going out. Thank you so much, friends, for watching this video till the end. If you have any queries, even if it's the silliest one, I would be ready to answer it, because I myself had a lot of silly questions and I did not know the answers myself. So I had to discover it to know it. But if you really have any questions, just don't hesitate, shoot it to me. I would really love to answer those questions. You can ask the questions in the comment section below. I would love to answer those questions. And I really hope that you travel back home safely and have a safe flight. Bye bye.